What are you doing? Couple of knuckleheads. Okay, so we're out here today. You guys trying to trip me with that thing. So it's feeling like spring out here today. As you can see, pretty much all the snow has melted off down there across the road. And seeing a lot of forest debris, winter storm debris that's fallen in the yard. That, yeah, you can see the dogs are dragging around and having fun with. Dogs like sticks. One thing that the dogs generally don't mess with is, you know, the green parts of the trees. They don't drag around the stuff with the needles, and they stick to the sticks. So that brings me to something that I think is interesting here. I was walking back here behind the cabin, kind of looking at the piles of mess that blown out of the trees, and you know, need to get the yard cleaned up, and it's kind of caught my eye here. You know, just this shape that it. Okay, what I'm seeing, Gabby, now move your butt. Go on. Okay, so never mind that. And then I focused on this. So this is interesting. This is a pile of greens. You know, it's got the fir, and then it's got the hemlock, and then it's got the stick on top. It's got this long stick here underneath. And then the remains of a badminton birdie. I forgot to point out that both ends of the stick were freshly broken. And right there too. Also, this was found just a few feet from where I found my gold rock a few years ago. What? Knuckleheads. See, dogs like sticks. They don't like the greens. They don't do the needles. They do the sticks. Ooh, raven. So then, you know, there's plenty of forest debris on the ground here, you know. Are these glyphs? Is this just the way that things fell over the winter? How the dogs dragged them around? There she goes. And then found this too. Over here. This one here. And it's just looks like the fir. This one's got a cedar and a branch on it. Are they related? Are they totally natural? Somebody put them like that? I don't know. So, Jack may have had himself a little experience the other day. You know, when he was maybe a year old, my husband was bringing him across the bridge down here and around the corner one morning. I think it was, there was too much ice and snow for him to get his work van down here, so he was just walking. Well, Jack wouldn't come off the bridge on this side, and Brad came all the way down around the corner, coaxing him. He wouldn't come. Eventually, Jack went off the bridge and came upriver and came out this way here and met Brad on the road. And we think maybe that was his first experience with something weird down here. But, yeah, so then the other day, he's out here. I get up in the morning. I let them both out. Gabby comes back in. He stays out. And then I hear that whoa, 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 whoa hound dog howl of his. And I come and I look out the window. And he's standing out here in the middle of the road, staring at the woods. He's just standing there, howling, staring at the woods. I couldn't see anything there. Finally, I had to call him in. He wasn't running off into the woods. He wasn't dancing around. He wasn't running back and forth. He was just standing still, staring at the woods and howling. So what he saw, I don't know what it was. Normally, if anybody goes up that trail, he's happy to go for a walk with them. So if it would have been a person out there, I think he would have just ran out and joined them and said, "Hey, let's go for a walk." But I think if it was elk, he's well aware of the elk. He knows what they're about, and I think he probably would just ignore the elk or go back to the porch and come to ask to come back in if it was them. So I don't know what it was, Jackie boy. Now we got this back here. I did hear some owls out here the other night. Okay, so we were just in the yard. I come back in. Look what's on the floor. It's a piece of moss. That wasn't there when I went out. Hey, strange. So later that night, I'm laying in bed and I can hear yells and guttural talking coming from up the creek. At one point, I heard splashing in the creek and something ran really fast below the window. Sparky the cat jumps up to the window and puts her nose out to sniff. Gabby, on the other hand, is content to grumble from under the bed. It was 5 years ago this week that Gabby and I saw a man-sized Sasquatch leaping through the treetops up on the hill. Then we found handprints and a 12-inch footprint on the ground below. Just a little reminder about what's out there. You got an impression right there. You can make that out. Tape measure out here. I bet this is about 12 inches, which would fit. Yep, 12 inches. Right on the nose. And another one right here. Oh, here we go. Here's one that still looks like it has a thumb mark in it. You can see how a hand would fit right in there. It doesn't pick up very well on the camera, but you can almost make out the finger marks right in there. So